with that, we'll move to the first speaker, and our order is in order that people signed up. And I believe we have Ginny Morin. And we.
You can.
Yeah, while you're giving testimony, that's fine, or giving a statement, that's fine. And we want to make sure the microphone is turned on. No.
There's a button on top.
Thank you. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Morin.
Thank you. Members of the Richfield School Board, Superintendent Unowski. Tonight you're going to hear from members of our community talk about the current curriculum that Richfield uses for sex ed. Several moms connected with countless people from different backgrounds to discuss how this curriculum sabotages deeply held cultural, family, and faith beliefs. I want to look at the board's policy and how this curriculum fails to execute on that policy. First, I applaud the board's thoughtful crafting of the 5 guiding pillars: the academic potential, value in extracurricular activities, the executing a shared mission and vision, embracing culture, and communicating as a trusted partner. I'm going to focus on the last 2, and I think you'll see how this curriculum actually works against the board's policy. This board's policy is on culture and religion is clear. On culture, schools are to be warm, welcoming, and respectful. With regard to religion, no curriculum shall disparage any religious belief, and teaching cannot inhibit religion. Yet this curriculum denies religious tenets such as God created us perfectly by telling kids that, or implying that you might not know if you're a boy or a girl. It coaches children into exploring and role-playing behaviors other than what they know to be true or what their family or faith have taught them. This both inhibits and disparages their religion and culture by substituting secular values for what they've been taught by their parents. Now, whether you agree with a faith institution's values is not the point. Schools should not systematically erase the values instilled by parents and faith using a curriculum that openly admits to pushing a secular value system. Given our diversity of culture and opinion, I just have to wonder why we aren't teaching the basic principles of no one has the right to touch you, and all people are valuable and should be treated with kindness and respect. Teach kids that they don't need to agree with somebody's beliefs, choices, or opinions to treat them with value and respect. More importantly, this curriculum also destroys the trusted partner pillar that the board has sought to build. As parents and community, this pillar is vitally important to us. We need to partner with you. But this curriculum pits schools against parents in a standoff regarding whose values should be instilled into our children. The curriculum is taught using an opt-out premise while avoiding transparent details on what's about to be taught. You're about to hear it's extreme. And this sneak attack teaching of ideology that conflicts with family values destroys that trusted partner mission. This type of teaching has no place in our schools. I believe that the board has made this clear in their guiding principles, yet here we are. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Katherine Eckleberry.
Okay. My name is Katherine Eckleberry. This summer, after voicing a concern, I was invited by the superintendent to review the sex ed curriculum for Richfield School District. The few days I spent reading through the Advocates for Youth 3R's curriculum, it was clear parents are intentionally being deceived and misled about what their children are being taught. The letter sent home to parents by the school district claims that this is age appropriate for grades K through 12. When is it age appropriate to teach a kindergartner what a clitoris is and to tell them it is a very sensitive little area? When is it age appropriate to coach sixth graders in asking consent for sex and tell them that they know best when to engage in sex? When is it appropriate to require ninth graders to role play a queer couple discussing sex? Everyone deserves to be treated with kindness and respect, no matter their race, gender, religion, or sexual orientation. But this curriculum goes far beyond teaching respect and tolerance and is intentionally confusing children about their gender and sexual orientation. In fact, in 2016, the American College of Pediatricians declared, quote, conditioning children to believe the absurdity that they or anyone could be born into the wrong body and that a lifetime of chemical and surgical impersonation of the opposite sex is normal and healthful is child abuse, end quote. The First Amendment was designed to protect freedom of religion. So how is it being honored when our children are being taught ideas that are a direct offense to deeply held convictions of the different faiths represented in this community and told that religious websites should be treated as an unreliable source of information when it comes to sexual health? The Richfield Public Schools letter also states that parents or guardians are the primary health and safety educators for their children. We agree with that statement. I am here tonight because the sexuality promoted in this curriculum is unacceptable. It promotes early sexualization of children, encourages promiscuous and deviant sexual behavior, undermines parental authority, and is destructive to deeply held religious convictions of our community. Regarding children, Jesus made his position clear when he said, "But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to stumble, it would be better for him to have a millstone hung around his neck and be drowned in the depth of the sea." Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Julie Quist.
This is difficult.
You got it. Earrings are still in place.
Okay. I'm Julie Quist with the Child Protection League. We're a Minnesota nonprofit that defends children against exploitation, indoctrination, and violence. Thank you for allowing me a few minutes to speak about the K-12 curriculum that the district has adopted: rights, respect, responsibility, the 3 R's, by Advocates for Youth. 3 R's is one of the most explicit curricula available. It sexualizes children and normalizes sexual behavior at a young age, teaching sexual pleasure, masturbation, anal and oral sex, and that consent is all that is needed. The alarming negative effects of early sexual activity are absent. For example, early sexual activity greatly increases a girl's vulnerability to STDs. An immature cervix has one layer of protection from invading STDs. A mature cervix has 30 to 40 layers of protection. You maybe didn't know that. 3 R's describes pornography use as normal activity for teens, when in fact, pornography is damaging and addictive to undeveloped brains. In summary, 3 R's is dangerous to young people. This immersion in explicit sexual material for students is being sold as a good thing, which with claims that it reduces pregnancy and STDs and increases condom use. But teaching K-12 students it's okay to be sexually active at a very young age is obviously dangerous. Proponents ignore the data proving this. And programs like the 3 R's are not effective. The Institute for Research and Evaluation conducted a comprehensive study of the effectiveness of programs such as this. Out of 60 school-based studies, no credible evidence of effectiveness was found for sustained reductions in teen pregnancy or STDs. There was no evidence of effectiveness for increasing consistent condom use. Failure rates included 88% failure to delay teen sexual initiation and 94% failure to reduce unprotected sex. 12% of these programs found significant negative effects on adolescent sexual health and/or risk behavior. Claims that explicit sex education has been proven effective are not supported by the evidence. In fact, there is far more evidence of failure than success, and it has produced an alarming number of negative outcomes for children. Thank you. And I have references to those studies that and information that I referenced that I can send to you, email to you if you'd like me to. So I will do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.